Hello, YouTube fam. This is your Uncle Tim. This is Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews, a channel where I rant and I review, fam. A lot of people been asking me, where do new collectors go wrong at? And we're going to go just here with action figures. This would be much easier. What do they go wrong at? They don't know what they want to collect. They collect everything. They collect every line. They just start picking up pieces and buying it. Unless you got a hell of a lot of space. After a while, that may come back to nip you in the ass because, a lot of collectors don't want to combine a shelf with, 2 or 3 different lines on it because a lot of figures don't scale well with one another. Like, think about it. You got Power Rangers, Fortnite, and I had Thundercats all on the same shelf. They didn't scale right. It looked it off. It looked like it didn't work together because it didn't. Fam, one thing as a collector, you got to understand what it is you want to collect, why you want to collect, what's in it for you. New collectors don't see all the opportunities that they got in front of them. Sometimes being a new collector, and I'm just going to be honest, you find shit that nobody else finds. And one thing is to capitalize on that. If you finding stuff that nobody else got, save 1 or 2 for yourself and flip the other ones to fund your hobby. Now, a lot of people may say, oh, you trying to make people become resellers. No, I'm trying to make you save some damn money in this initial setup. Because, see, in this initial phase when you starting, you're not looking at the big picture. None of us look at the big picture when we first started. We don't. All we look at is basically, man, I'm finding shit. Man, next thing you know, you spending arms and legs of money. See, if you don't budget, you gonna fuck yourself up. You need to find out how much you want to spend. Whether it be a month, every 2 weeks, whatever it is, how much you want to spend on your hobby. Some people like, hey, I spend $100, like 100 or 150 a month, if I can. If I can't, shit, it goes lower. 40, 50. Sometimes, man, I don't buy shit in a month. Just real talk. But see, the thing is, a lot of people don't understand. You have to have ways of circumventing these costs. So this is why I'm telling people to pick up lots. You pick up these lots that you see on eBay, Facebook, Marketplace, garage sales, yard sales. You pick up these lots and you sell them. You sell the pieces that you don't need. Even if you somewhere and you see something that you don't need, but it's still a demand for it, again, it's not your job as a person to hip a person on how much the item that they're selling is worth. That's not your job. If you telling me you got a piece over there and you want $100 for it, at a garage sale, somebody selling you something, or a flea market, not flea market, garage sale, hell, we don't say flea market too. All of them. If somebody trying to sell you something for $100, you sitting back looking like that's a lot of damn money. At places like this, even a thrift store, that's a lot of money. But, and if you selling it, if you buying it at a yard sale, a garage sale or something like that, and somebody's selling it for $100, it's not your job to hip them on how much it costs. I mean, how much it, goes for. If this item they're selling for $100 and it's worth $5,000, it ain't your job to tell them how much it costs. I was watching this YouTube channel a very long time ago. It had to be like, damn it, 6, 7 years ago. The guy had happened upon this old couple who had a lot of G.I. Joe figures. They had vehicles. They had the USS flag complete. All the pieces. Excellent condition. They even had the damn box. Wasn't in any good, condition, but they had the damn box. For all this stuff, they wanted $100. So this guy went through all the pieces, telling them how much it was worth, telling them each, this and that. So the people changed their tune. They wanted 5 grand. This guy paid them 5 grand and left and said, yeah, I feel better about myself because I didn't take advantage of somebody. You didn't take advantage of any damn body. You wouldn't have took advantage of any damn body. They wanted $100. That was their price. They came up with that price. It's not your job to tell somebody how much they should be spending for something. I mean, selling something for. This is what eBay and all these other places for them to look up and see how much their items are worth. Again, I think that guy did himself a disservice. When you're around people like that, you need to just back up a little bit because to me, they come off crazy as hell. Fam, I've been just looking at everything. I think a lot of new collectors are they just don't know what they want to do. And this is why I said, if a lot of people say, you still pushing them Final Faction figures. Are you getting paid for that? No. My whole thing is at $125, you come out better buying those than spending $20 a figure, and you come to find out you don't even like the hobby. You got to know if you like the hobby or not. You got to know if you want to do this long term. Like I said, long term, you got to know your setup. You got to know, shit, is buying all these figures in your best interest? Because if you only got a certain limited amount of space, you got to work with that, fam. And people do not sit back and understand that half of this shit is just shit. A lot of this is not what you think it is. Fam, I've been doing this for a while. I have sold my collections 3 times. This is what, the 4th time of me getting this stuff? Fam, like I said, you got to do what you got to do. A lot of people are telling me, look, I'm not selling my stuff for whatever purposes. Dude, if I need the money, I'm selling the hell out of all this shit. It don't matter to me, fam. It's just stuff. Stuff. That's how I look at it, fam. Stuff. And this is how we should be looking at all of this. We should know what it is that we're trying to do here, how we coming about, how we about to go about doing it, fam. Nobody looking at all that. They ain't looking at the big picture. All they see is just some stuff and, they way of doing it. Fam, I'm trying to win. Your collection should represent your personality. If your collection is neat, it's all put together, everything looks good, that's how your brain is. If shit is all over the flow at that particular point in time, that means you got a lot of stuff on your mind and you need to clear that up and all of your room will clear up well. I just think a lot of new collectors are taking too much to heart. They listening to people like me say that stuff is not out there. But see, for people like us, fam, people that been doing this for a minute, you have the shit that's on the shelf. You don't need it. You're looking for other stuff. And see, this is what the new collectors don't understand. You already have this stuff. So you're not trying to get the stuff you already have. You're trying to get new stuff that you don't have. This is why this stuff's sitting on the shelf most of the time, because people have it. Fam, that's the way it works. You're looking at it and you're trying to make sense of it. Sometimes you can't make sense out of shit that don't make sense. This is how I'm looking at it. This is how I've been talking to people about it. This is how, I'm basically trying to make stuff work. But, for the most part, people don't want to make it work, fam. They just looking at it and just trying to see it as something different. Man, look, I'm out here to win. I'm not here to lose. I'm out here to win. And I think if we gonna win, we need to keep pushing. We need to keep pushing hard, fam. And that's just real talk. Just want to say, again, pay attention to the people you got around you. Make sure some of the people, if you got collecting buddies, make sure they're positive people. Don't have negative people around you agging you on about shit that you don't want. Get into hobbies that you don't like. I collect certain lines. I don't listen to people tell me what and what not to collect, because at the end of the day, I've been doing this off and on for years, so I know what it is I want to collect. People give me grief about Funko Pop saying they ain't nothing but hunks of plastic. All of it's hunks of plastic, so I'm confused. No, but see, that plastic don't do anything. Hell, most of the plastic that people keep inside of packaging don't do anything either, so I'm confused. So listen to your first man. At the end of the day, it's about what you want to do, what you want to collect, what you feel comfortable collecting, what speaks to you, what you have space for, what do you have the budget for. Now, don't be one of those people doing Masco and Hot Toys, Mayfax, um, Figure Arts and all this shit, and you can't afford some of this stuff. HasLab, don't go going into that if you on a border if you really want to collect or not. Make sure it's something that you want to do first. You get what I'm saying? If you want to spend money, make sure it makes sense. But to later, fam, thank you so much for watching. Peace out.